Hi guys, in this video we will be looking at geometric series grade 12 practice. Well, it is what it is, guys, right? We are practicing in our previous video. If you can check well on our playlist, we did a geometric series proof, right? So this is a continuity actually. We are working with geometric series grade 12 practice. So you may recall a formula as n is equals to a, open the bracket, r to the power of n minus 1, close the bracket, divided by r minus 1. If r is greater than 1, just know you can use that formula. If r is less than 1, just know you can use the other formula. It's a matter of knowing where to apply the formula, right? And the condition. So it is very vital for you to follow the instructions, because if you follow the instruction, you will do well. Well, guys, without wasting time, what are you waiting for? Kindly subscribe. You only subscribe once. Like and comment. It's free of charge. You don't have to pay anything, right? We really appreciate you guys, as well as share the videos as we are growing. We would like to see this channel grow, right? Isn't it? Yes. So let's get to today's video. Calculate the sum of each geometric series. Well, we start with the number 1. Calculate the sum of each, right? Geometric series. So we're given 3 plus 12 plus 48 plus ellipsis 2, 10 terms. Wow. So the first thing, guys, I will advise you is to collect the data. So your A, it's 3. So if I say 12 divided by 3, remember, for you to find your constant ratio, you're going to say R is equals to T2 divided by T1 and T3 divided by T2. This is how we can find the constant ratio, the common ratio. So we are going to say 12 divided by 3. So what is 12 divided by 3? 12 divided by 3, that's 4. So we have collected the data. We're calculating the sum, right? The sum, which is the total. So for how many terms? We are being told here to 10 terms. So that will be S10. So that will be S10, right? So how many terms are we calculating? We are calculating the sum of 10 terms. So the conjugative formula that we can use is Sn a r to the power of n minus 1 divided by r minus 1. Remember, where r is greater than 1. I told you that you can use this formula when r is greater than 1, which is true. It's very applicable in this case. So what we could do is we'll say equals to, continue from here. What is your first term? That's 3. Your r, that's 4. Your n, that's 10. Remember, this is the sum. So sum of 10 terms minus 1 divided by 4 minus 1. Punch your calculator there. Let's punch our calculator. When we punch our calculator, that will be 10, 4, 8, 5, 7, 5, right? So it's more of a million, right? And 48,575, if I'm not mistaken. So this is the case. This is the sum of 10 terms for number 1. Then we are going to number 2. Number 2, guys, we are given variables there. We are given the variables. There are variables there. X plus x squared plus x cubed plus blah 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 to 20 terms. So in this case, what are we going to do? We do the same procedure. Apply the same procedure, guys. We will say our first term is x, then our r. For us to get r, remember I told you that it's term 2 divided by term 1, term 3 divided by term 2. So in this case, I'm having x squared, in which I will divide it by x. So what is x squared divided by x? So same basis, you subtract the exponent. So this will be 2 minus 1, which will result to x, right? So meaning that our r will be x. Similarly, even if you do the same, x cubed divided by x squared, you're going to get x, right? So how many terms do we how many sums? The sum of 20 terms, right? Sum of 20 terms. So we are going to say sum of 20 terms, put a question mark. So we gotta calculate those, right? So it's gonna be Sn. I'll write the formula: r to the n to the power of 1 minus r minus 1 then. So from here you put 20 where there's n, where there's a you put x, and where there's r you put x as well. Then where there's n you put 20 minus 1 divided by r, which is x minus 1. From here you cannot continue further, but you can leave it here. Yes, you can leave it here. Or if you want to continue further, you can continue further and apply algebraic methods. Then it will be easy for you to manipulate that. But the best way will be to work out the brackets. After that, you do it. Then you get your then you get your solution at the end of the day. So if you were to do this, you were supposed to say, since the bases are the same here, this will be x to the power of the same as 1 plus 20, which is 21. So we are going to have x to the power of 21. Then x multiplied by 1 will be x. Then if we were to continue this, we will say x to the power of 21 minus x. Remember, this x multiply everything that is inside the bracket. So divided by x minus 1. So we don't have a difference of 2 squares here. If we have similar thing as x to the power of 21 here, we will have factor out or factorize. So but in this case, we can separate this. Maybe probably we could say x to the power of 21 divided by x, as well as x divided by, probably could say x divided by 1 as well. Then you continue further. Guys. Then you continue further. Right, if you were to continue further. So in this case, or you can leave it like this, right? So that will be the sum of 20 terms. So let's go. Our number 3. 2 plus 6 plus 18 to 10 terms. Well, collect the data. Your A is 2. So let's do this. Let's do this case. If I say 6 divided by 2, that will be 3. And 18 divided by 6, that will be 3. So making r to be 3, guys. Then to 10 terms, so that will be the sum of 10 terms. Then you put a question mark, right? So from here, you're gonna write the formula: a r to the power of n minus 1 divided by r minus 1. So the sum of 10 terms, your first term will be 2, your r will be 3, 10 here, then this will be minus 1 divided by 3 minus 1. So sum of 10 terms. So from here, let's punch our calculator. We are getting 59 and 0.48 here, right? So that's how it should be with these 3 questions. But we are not done, guys. Let me try to add one more question so that we can conclude our video. But I hope you saw what we did there. It's more of applying the correct formula, right? And follow the steps, and simplify further where possibly, so that you can get good marks, guys. Right, let's go to our last question. Well, our last question, which is number 4, we have 3 minus 6 plus 12 ellipses to, we are given the last term, which is Tn, it is negative 1536, right? So what we could do is to apply the same procedure, but here we're not given how many terms we should calculate. So that means what is missing is the number of terms. So we are going to use a general formula of a geometric series. So let's collect the data. A, it's 3. So if I say 6 divided by negative 3, negative 6 divided by 3, that will be negative 2. 12 divided by negative 6, that will be negative 2. So making r to be negative 2. So we don't know about n, but we know Tn, right? Tn is given there as negative 1536, right? So we are looking for n. So apply the geometric formula, general term of geometric series. So where there's Tn, put negative 1536. Then where there's a, you put 3. Where there's r, you're gonna put negative 2. Where there's n, you don't know, you don't put anything. Okay, where there's n, don't put anything. Then minus 1. So the best way is to divide everything by 3. So let's divide by everything by 3. If I divide everything by 3, here I'll be left with negative 512. And here I'm left with negative 2 to the power of n minus 1. So we can change this into an exponential form. If we change this to an exponential form, what are we having, guys? We are having a negative 2 to the power of 9. And we also have negative 2 to the power of n minus 1. We can see the bases are the same. What do? We drop the exponent. We're left with 9 and minus 1. Take negative 1 to the other side. This will be 9 plus 1, which will give you 10. So we already know now that we are calculating for the sum of 10 terms. So from there, you can apply the formula. All right. Hope, guys. So the sum of 10 terms, your first term, it's 3. Your r, it's negative 2. Then to the power of 10 minus 1 divided by your r, that's going to be negative 2 minus 1. So the sum of 10 terms, let me punch a calculator there. That will be negative 1023. Negative 1023. I hope, guys, it did make sense in this video. You did understand what is happening. Remember, we have two formulas, guys, that are very important. This formula, which is if r is greater than 1, but if r is less than 1, you can use this one. 1 minus r to the power of n and 1 minus r. So just know where you're going to apply it, right, guys? I thank you for your time. Thank you for giving yourself some time. You will do well to pause the video before you attempt any question that I did here, and then check yourself. That is the way of learning. Wishing you well, guys, on this academic year 2025. Let's keep winning, and do not forget to subscribe, like, and comment. We love you.